I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. It's time to get lit, it's time to get fit. Let's meal prep and get it in, get it in. Get lit, transformation, freedom, and innermost heaven. Let's hit the gym and get fit, get fit. Get lit, Well, hello. It's Tina with Enriched by Tina here to help you get your whole life together. And I'm doing it in real time. And y'all know how it is. It's Monday after the holiday. Okay. So listen, I'm trying to get myself together. Y'all know when y'all see that, she here. She just trying to get herself together so I can come on screen. So give me a second, get my water, get a little hydrated. Good morning, Damien. So good to see you. Missed you. What was it, Thursday? I said, Lord, where Damon? Damon will have that word up, but he's here today, and I'm telling you, we're so thankful for that. And they have changed a little format on me over here, so I have to figure out how to maneuver. They done changed everything, how they doing. And so it's so good to see everybody. Look, I had to kind of I just went to sleep last night. You know, sometimes you kind of tie your hair up and do a little something, honey. It was doing every which way but loose. So this still my wedding hair. Love you too, Damon. Listen, we go way back, you know. I remember when they brought you home from the hospital, boy. And so, yes. Good morning. What? Well, hey, friend. look, the bride. I thought maybe you'd be sleeping in this morning, but so good to see you, Tanya. We had a time, and I called myself was gonna put some snippets, and then I start doing all kind of crazy stuff. But I will put up some snippets from the wedding. 20 years they renewed their vows, and they gave me the opportunity to officiate. So I've done my second wedding. So good morning. Lord, wait a minute. My brother is on here. Come on, Dre. So good to see you too. I know you be in the cut, but it's so good when people come through and say, hey, you know, I'm watching or I catch you. So I'm going to say this. If you're watching me on the replay, because some of y'all say, I'm not fooling with you at that 545. But I do catch you on the replay. Just put in there and say, hey, replay. That way, that lets me know that you're watching and that I'm saying something. If I touch something or I hit something, you know, it's not me. It's the Holy Spirit coming on through, just tapping you, giving you a nudge, because we are going to we're gonna be obedient and do what the Lord say. When He comes through, listen, it hits me first. Good morning, Africa. So good to see you. It tears me all the way up, like it hit me first. And so that brings me right into this morning. I know you be up. Look, you be on that road, and we thank God for covering you on the road and continue to protect you as you go out and provide for your family. And you be from here to Tennessee to back around. And so it's such a blessing that you're able to do all those things and get back to us. And so be safe out there, because I know that this weather is weathering, and we certainly do pray for those that's in Alamance County and in Texas and all those that have been affected by this weather. And we just thank God that we made it back, because we ran into some weather coming back, but we thank God we made it back safely. And yes, and so we're covering you, Andre, as you are out there on those roads, and you never know what you might be coming into. Good morning, Keisha. So good to see you. Good morning, Mother McKnight. And so this weather, one thing we never really had to worry about a whole lot of stuff in North Carolina. So we thought until Helene came and just wiped us right on out. So we don't know when this weather, how it may turn or what it may do. But we're thankful that the Lord has spared us and kept us, and we hope they find those people in Texas, because that's somebody's child, that's somebody's wife, you know, and so, and then I think it's some children that's missing. So let's pray that they're able to find those campers and those things that's going on out there, because it could have been us, y'all. And so we just thankful. Yes, we have some crazy weather nowadays, and so we don't know which way to turn, but we have to turn to Jesus. And that brings us to our topics. Let God lead, okay? Let him lead. And so when we look at Psalms um 32 and 8, it says this, and y'all know I'm in the children's Bible, and girl, I got some, and girls and guys, I got something for y'all in the in the Gen Z. It says this: the Lord says, I will make you wise, I will show you where to go, I will guide you and watch over you. Okay, so I had to go to the Gen Z, because the Gen Z be Gen Z, and honey, it just be it gives us life over here. It gives a little hope when we come on over here. And so let me get it, because I had it pulled up and did I close it? Nope, here it is. So Gen Z, the Gen Z in Psalms 32 and 8 says this: I got you. Mm, fam. You know what? You know that right there. I took that to heart. I got you, fam. I'll show you the ropes and school you in the right path. You won't be lost, because I'll watch over you like my main focus. Just trust and believe that. Good morning, Deborah. So good to see you. So if we know that God got us, he's going to lead us and he's going to guide us. He's watching over us. We can believe that, okay? And so when we start thinking about letting God lead, I'm going to ask this question: how many of us really let God lead? How many of us just override God and don't let him lead? Let me see that. Just put some fire in the chat. Good morning, Mother Loretta. How many of us just don't let God lead? We just do our own thing. Put some fire in there. I just want to see if I got the right group this morning who do not let him lead. They do their own thing. I'm guilty. I'm so guilty too. Woo! I, and sometimes it gets me in so much trouble because I won't let him lead. I want to do my own thing. Okay, Keisha, she with me. She said, I ain't gonna leave you out there, friend. I ain't gonna leave you out there. Because guess what? We're not okay. Not all the time. Okay, come on, Africa. That's what we're talking about. Let's just fess up. Let's go on and tell the truth and shame the devil this morning. That we don't always let him lead. We override him. Sometimes we just do our own thing and we override. Sometimes. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes. So listen, when we start thinking about how we're gonna navigate life, we don't have to navigate it alone, because God has promised to guide us if we follow his instructions. Listen, sometimes trouble till I'm a heart. Listen, listen. As they say, listen, Linda, listen. So our Heavenly Father, he's not distance. He is invested in every step, everything that we do. He gives us the guide, which is in this Bible, the 66 books. If you really look in there, it's got some good juice. Look, there's drama in here. It's you name it. It's in here. Stuff that's happening in the world today, like people having a side chick and a side man and all that stuff. It's in there. It tells you. It tells you how juicy this stuff get. And it also gives us a window of opportunity to say, hey, God, I need you, and I want you to guide me. And so when we look at Psalms 32 and 8, it says that. And so when we explore how to lean in into his instructions, he gives us some things for us to follow. We just have to make sure we following the light, like we following him, because Damien done put it up here right here. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not till I don't understand it. You said what book? I like to read it. I'm not for sure what you mean, Keisha. I mean, when I'm saying it's in the book, meaning the book, the Bible. Oh, what book you I like to read about which part? Tell me about inbox me and then we can talk to me later. What you talking about right there? Which situation and I can tell you. Because I'm telling you, it's real, it's all kinds of drama, and he will direct our path in every which way that we go. So God's guidance it is personal. So you have to just make a decision. Good morning, Teresa. So good to see you. Um, you have to make a decision that you're going to follow him. He doesn't just like give us the instructions. He don't just say uh Teresa, do this and don't give you no guidance. He will give you, he will walk right there with you if you follow him, if you follow his instructions. And we're not just getting any old kind of help. He doesn't just say, um I'm going to bless you indeed, and then you're like, well, what that mean? If you have a specific need and you tap into him, he's gonna get very specific with you. He's not gonna give you no lame blame answer. He's going to give you the help that you need, the help that Keisha need, the help that Mother McKnight need. He gonna meet all our needs that might be different. Every last one of us got a different need. And who wouldn't serve a God who can meet your needs if you follow his instructions? And I don't know about you all. I know for me, sometimes I don't follow his instructions because one of the things that I'm learning is that I don't have to always be in control. And that's hard for me because I like to be in control because then that way I know what's happening. I'm steering the wheel. Am I the only person out there? Is there anybody else that like to be in control? Like they like to kind of know what's going on. Like I can flow to a certain extent, but who likes to really be in control? I want to make sure I'm not the only one out here. I really like to know what's happening. Am I the only one? I gotta stay. Okay. Okay. And so when these things happen, I have to begin to say, okay, God, help me. Not I have to pull out the serenity trail. Look, listen, uh, listen, friend, don't I know? Look, my friend said she said it's so hard for her. Listen, I got so tickled this weekend because my friend she had this wonderful plan, y'all. And it was very, very, I mean, she had everything strategically. She had thought about it, everything, but it was in her head, right? And so I said, friend, you got this wonderful plan, but guess what? It's in your head, and none of us can't follow the plan in your head. You're going to have to give it to us. Come on, give it all. And it took some time and some working for her to finally realize there is no way I'm gonna be able to do all this, get dressed and come back home, do this. I'm gonna have to relinquish some of this control of what's gonna happen. If it's gonna happen, I gotta let somebody else do it. And I'm telling you, that is I understood, friend. The reason why I can articulate that so good because I was looking at me because that I do the same thing, and then I'm expecting everybody to do the plan, and the plan is in my head. And so it's hard to write it down when it's in your head because you want to follow right on through. She said I had to give you some. Yes, friend. Yeah, and we do all fall short, but that's the human side. And controlling it, that sometimes, yes, because sometimes that human flesh of us, yes, 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 we did, but we made it through, even through the rain. I mean, even through the rain, we had to prepare for in the event. And so she was like, we're gonna be fine. But I had already had in my mind, we coming in the house, we're gonna line these chairs all the way up. Because when it happens, I'm gonna already be ready. Cause she not thinking, okay, when it rain and the wind start coming, people gonna get wet. So I said, you know what, we'll do the ceremony out there. Cause that's that I was like, well, we probably could get through the ceremony, but we might not gonna be able to stay out there. And she was like, I want to put the thing on the fence. And I said, no, we're gonna put the thing up right here because in the event that in which we knew the rain was coming, and this was a prime example of you have to, we have to relinquish some of the things and just trust God. And so that's what I was doing in there. And I said, okay, she's strong will, I'm strong will. How this gonna happen? How this gonna work? So I just went head on. We walked back around. I didn't say nothing else because I knew eventually some other stuff was gonna get in the way, and she wasn't even gonna think about it. And when she think of when all else failed, that banner was gonna be hung up. It was gonna be almost showtime. She wasn't gonna have time to argue with me to say take it down and put it on the thing. She just wasn't gonna have time. So I just said, I've told her family, Chris, I said, we just gonna put this up here. She said, but I said, trust me, just trust me. I've done a plenty of weddings. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I said, just trust me. I said, she'll be fine. And guess what? She was like, I hope it's gonna turn out. I said, I mean, it wasn't ideal, but I mean, the rain was coming and it was beautiful. So we had such a good time. And so when we let him instruct us and teach us, instructions helps us to know what to do. And because this was not my first rodeo, and because it wasn't my first time, even with rain and all this other stuff, anticipating all the things that go wrong, that could go wrong, and that has gone wrong whenever you're doing well, listen, a vow renewal, which was still a wedding. But my friend said, we're not having a wedding. Yep. For the wedding that we didn't have. But we did what we do. So we have to then know that all these things, and when we know that everything is working together, like Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for our good. So when we follow those instructions and the leading of the Lord, and sometimes it's a little scary, sometimes it's a little hesitant because you're like, Lord, I want to do it this way, but I feel you pulling me that way, and I just don't know. And sometimes it's a faith walk. Just a faith walk because when God, yes, He is always in control and He is faithful in all things. Yes, He is. And when we think about, okay, God, I'm surrendering my will, and I'm gonna say, no, not my will, but thy will be done. And when we follow his instructions and we lean into that, we can't go wrong. We just cannot go wrong. And that's in everything in our life. That's when we have to stay out here on faith. Because see, Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now, there's a lot of things in life that we don't know, but we just got to trust and believe that God's going to guide us. Just like he said in Psalms 32:8, he said, I will guide you. I will show you the way, and not just any way, the divine way. Because there's a lot of ways that we can go, but is it divine? Is it the way that God promised for us to go? So he'll come through every time in everything that we do. Here it is right here. Romans 8:28. Damon got that word now. And the Bible said, that word have I hid in our heart that I might not sin against thee. So if we keep that word on us, we can't go, we can attempt to go, but listen, all things do work together when we let God do it. I'm telling you, and when letting God do it and you choosing to let God lead, oh my God. And sometimes you can have this perfect plan. You can have everything mapped out, but then you have to then say, God, is this your will? Is this what you want me to do? Is this what you're saying? And then we have to do just what he just said. And Luke 22:42, Father, if thou be willing to remove this cup from me. You know, Jesus was on ready to not want to get on that cross and die. He said, but nevertheless, not my will. And that's where we get in trouble right there, Damon. That was good right there. Not my will. We got to start saying, God, what is your will for me? Because the last thing I'm going to say, he always knows what is best. When we follow God's lead, we'll never behind, because sometimes we're like, well, I should have been here and I should have been there. No, you know what? A lot of things, a lot of hiccups that come in our life, God orchestrated them. And we just have to look at it as just that. This is what God intended to happen. And sometimes we don't want to admit that sometimes that delay was God protecting us from something. Because if he would have given some of us some things too much, too fast, too quick, he will never lead us. Oh no, he will never lead us astray. That's so good, Tanya. And God will. And here it is right here. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that we might not sin against thee. And I'm telling you, God will is what I want. Yeah, because if we do what we want to do, baby, we get in trouble every time. So when God leads us, we're never behind. His path always aligned with the purpose, even when it's unfamiliar. He has a plan for us, y'all. And if we're going to follow him and we're still making these better choices and we're going to put God first in our daily living, we got to let him lead. We have to let him lead. And so I'm going to leave y'all with this. With this life application. You know, we always leave you with a life application that says this, that I want you to try and apply. It says, because before you make a decision this week, whether it's big, small, I just want you to pause for a minute and ask, God, what are you teaching me here? And which way should I go? Because we're going to be tried and tested this week. And trouble when you don't listen. You better, because if we don't, we'll find ourselves in a crazy, crazy, crazy place. So ask him, then jot down some stuff, look up some scriptures to bring you clarity to it, to say, okay, God, I'm following you and I want you to be the guide for me. And so before I get out of here, y'all know that we have the swimming conference coming up. Have y'all got your tickets yet? Is you thinking about coming? It's the Seasons Women's second annual conference, and we have our very own theologian, Mother Monroe, is coming, and it's clothed in royalty, ready for battle. So listen, you need to get your tickets. Early birds tickets is $40, and if you register before July 30th, and then they're $45 or $50 if it's after the fact. I got to find out what's the other price, because I just see that. But it's $40 before if you come in early. Get your ticket. Come on in there. We're gonna have some vendors, and I need to get in touch with one of my friends. She reached out, and I'm gonna tell her to give me a call today. So look, they're gonna change this format, y'all. I call myself clicking. The date is August the 16th. It's a Saturday. And the time is from, I want to say 9. We'll start registering at 9:30, and then it's from 10 to 2. So you can come in. Then so hold on, let me take this off because they done changed my little format over here. So yeah, so that's the women's conference. If y'all not doing anything, come on down. We got some, like I said, vendors. If you know of anybody that want to vend, vendor fee. If you're a member of Circle City Church, you can do it for $50, and if you're not, it's $75. So, but come on out, let somebody know. Tell a friend of a friend if it's something. If you don't want to come, but you want some. Oh, that's your family reunion. It's 50 after the 31st. Okay. So come on and get that early bird. Come on in and see what we're gonna do, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some door prizes. Teresa Lindsay, she's a excellent psalmist. She's gonna sing us and sing the house down, and Mother Monroe gonna bring the word, and then we have some grief counsel. We're gonna talk about grief and finances, and some area, those two areas that sometimes we don't really deal and dive in a little bit. So come on and come on through and tell a friend of a friend, bring a friend, and whoever bring the most guests, I got a prize. See, I like to do stuff like that. So I know I hate you're gonna be at your family reunion, but we're gonna have a high time in the Lord. And so I want you to drop, I will follow God, Lord, drop lead me, Lord, in the comments. If you're gonna let God lead you this week, if you're gonna get out of the way. Okay, I will definitely be praying for you, Damon. Damon will be bringing the word in Archdale that day. So we're gonna pray, and we know he got the word, and we would definitely be praying for you, Damon, that you will speak and let the Lord use you. And so if you're going to let God, lead you, put it in the chat for me. Lead me, Lord. And then we want to declare this, and somebody type this: God is my guide. I will listen and I will follow. Y'all, so this eyelash done got in this eye. Yes, and forevermore. Okay, I see you. Look, lead me for the rest of my life. Let me put that on there. She said, lead me for the rest of my life. That's right. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but we want him to lead us in everything that we do, so that he can say, well done, my good and faithful servant. So y'all, that's all I have. I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same back channel, and we'll be here as we continually to make better choices, and we're gonna let God lead. All right, take care.
Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you